I've helped collectors buy and sell millions in rare collectibles. The sale prices in this video are all backed by real data from top auction houses like Heritage. I know what makes coins and currency valuable, and today I'll break it down for you. Look, if you have a $10 bill, make sure that you watch this video because the bills we go over in this video are selling for lots and lots of money online, and you don't want to be sidelined wishing that you had watched this video first before spending or selling your $10 bill. Let's start with this 1969 $10 bill that sold for $10,800. So why did this banknote sell for so much money? Well, here's why. First of all, the condition is very, very important when it comes to your banknotes. Make sure you are not folding your bills whatsoever. Keep them flat, keep them safe, because that will decrease the value significantly if you fold it. The biggest thing on this one is simply the serial number. So the number 8 is a relatively desirable number, especially in certain countries around the world. This one has what we call a solid number 8 serial number. People really like to show off bills like this, so make sure that you're looking for a solid 8 serial number because this one sold for $10,800. So this is a genuine $10 bill. This is what we call a gold certificate. So the United States actually issued these in the early 1900s. What's cool about them is back in the day, you could bring them to your local bank and actually exchange them for equal value in gold. Pretty cool, right? I wish they still did this today. Gold certificates can be incredibly rare and valuable. They come in the $10 denomination, 20, 50, 100, 500, and yes, the $500 bill is real, $1,000 and $100,000 bill. $100,000 bills were only meant for bank-to-bank transfer, and gold certificate $100,000 bills are only in the hands of the federal government. But to keep a long story short, this gold certificate, because it graded so highly, sold for $10,800. Here's another genuine US note. So this is what we call a Hawaii note. During World War II, the US deployed these paper money bills to make sure that the US dollar was safe when it was being invaded by Japan. The way you can tell if you have a Hawaii note is if it has a brown seal and serial number along with a Hawaii overprint on the left and right hand side of the bill and the very famous giant Hawaii stamp on the back of the bill. These banknotes are incredibly rare and valuable, especially in high grade. This $10 bill is also a star note. I'll keep it brief, but a star note pretty much means it's a replacement note. So the US produces a decent number of replacement notes to replace bills that had errors on them. So star notes are naturally less produced, so there's more demand, especially if you have a high graded example like this one at a PMG 65 EPQ. This one sold for $18,600. All right, back to something a bit more normal. So this is a 1928C $10 bill. If you didn't know, before 1928, the US made large size paper money. In 1928, that is when they transitioned into a small size bill, like this one. We also call this a light green seal. So if you look at the seal and the serial numbers, they look a bit light, don't they? Well, light green seal banknotes typically will bring a premium in market. What makes this one so rare is a few things. First of all, the letter after the date. So this is a series 1928C. 1928C $10 bills are pretty hard to come by, especially in this high of a grade. This example sold for $22,800. Very similar to the Hawaii $10 bill, this is a North Africa $10 bill. World War II emergency issue. The US deployed these banknotes to North Africa while we had troops over there to make sure that the US currency did not get devalued or infiltrated in any way or capacity. These are really cool because they have a blue serial number, a blue 10 on the left, and a yellow seal on the right. This example is a star note, which is incredibly rare for the North Africa series. You can tell that this banknote was handled for quite some time before someone tucked it into their collection. This example sold for $24,000, $33,600. This is a genuine $10 bill. One of my favorite types of $10 bills. This is a silver certificate. So similar to the gold certificate, you could exchange this for silver back in the day. What makes this specific bill so rare is it's what we call a sleeper note. Not many people know about this specific year. So 1933 was a very, very special year for the $10 bill because this is the only series known and there's not that many of them produced. So what you want to look for is very simple. Do you have a $10 bill? And is it from 1933? The 1933 date is key that you need to look out for. A lot of these $10 silver certificate banknotes are really not worth too much money, maybe $50, $100, couple $100, but the 1933 is what we call the king of silvers. It is incredibly rare, incredibly valuable, and please contact us or contact a rare paper money expert if you have this bill, because you do not want to get scammed and ripped off. These banknotes are incredibly valuable and so hard to come by. Remember, the 1933 silver certificate is the one you want because it sold for $33,600. Nothing too special about this one, however, it did sell for $34,800. If I had to pick, I would definitely have the previous note over this one because this one is not as cool in my opinion, but don't get me wrong, it's a high value note. This is a 1928 C. Remember, the C is pretty rare on these $10 bills. This one is also a star note. That means it was acting as a replacement for a damaged or error note. This one got graded by PMG at a 65 EPQ and it sold for $34,800. $56,400 for this 1950 $10 bill. So outside of the King of Silver note that I showed you a few bills ago, this one might top the list in terms of how cool something is. So you can tell that there is a bit of discoloration going on with the bill. It's a bit toned and stained, which isn't the best. Now, when you flip it over to the back, you'll see there's a $1 bill on the back. Some people will call this an $11 bill. This is one of the most sought after banknotes when it comes to US type notes like this. People love these double or dual denomination banknotes. I would love to have one in my collection one day. If you have something like this, guys, you want to keep it very safe. Don't get scammed, don't get ripped off. Educate yourself before you move forward. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button. We make videos every single day. We hope you enjoyed this one and we'll see you in the next one.